Hello, welcome to another video from our portfolio. This is going to be a little bit of a different video because right now you can see that I'm within Unity, but there's also a video on the end of this one, or rather the second part of it, which is going to be a gameplay video made by one of my group members, and that will showcase you how a part of the game plays at least. But this is just the view that you have within Unity. So this is a game we made for the Ambulancenzorg. It was actually a project I've talked about in one of the earlier videos. It is a game to treat children with burn wounds, and this was the second time we've gotten the opportunity to make a project for this. And all the art within this game is not mine. It was made by my project members. We did it with a total of 5 people, if I'm correct. Either 5 or 4, I don't quite remember. Um, but yeah, so we have 2 scenes, or actually 3 to look at, the game scene, the story scene, and the game over scene. Let me just play the video right here, or play the game rather. It takes a little bit to load because it's actually a virtual reality game. As you can see right now, we are moving. That was not too hard to make. Within here, you can test out the physics. You can open the drawers. You can pick this up. And use an action with this as well. You have the actual date and time of day, as well as the temperature, but that temperature is not really linked to the real world. And based on the time of day, it's going to be either dark or light outside. So the lights, you can actually control a couple of things in the ambulance. You can control the lights. You can either turn them blue off or just normal. You can change the lighting of the shade of the paint. It can either be totally black, kind of like this as well, and there's a different shade as well. Let's say, this is the lighting, so it's that one black, and semi. Yeah, you can understand what I mean. See, it was this one. Oh, it's actually off, on, or blue. Let's just turn it on again. And then you can change the temperature of the ambulance, and you can turn on the air conditioning, which I think the maximum is 3, or is 10. Either way, a sound keeps going harder within the game when you actually press that button. So, yeah, this is it for the introduction scene. It's just make the people test a little bit with the VR functionality and use the features they'll be trying in game. Let's just go to the next scene. I can't do it right now, but if you're in VR, you'd start the game by touching this with the controller. So let's go to the game scene now. Alright, spawning into a building, that's fine. So this is the patient you're going to be treating. This is the mother, and this is your colleague, which is currently, I don't think we had any feature for him other than that you give him this, the foil, and he'd cut a little paper off for you, so you could use it on the wound. So let me just play this for you. There's gonna be audio. Yeah, the kid is breathing heavily right now, which means it needs the oxygen mask in order to make him stop doing that. It'll cough every now and then. And practically the thing that happens here is that the child gets burn wounds spawned on each limb, with a total of 1, 2, 3, 4. It was, I think it was a total of 8 limbs, if I'm not mistaken, or it was these two, so that's 8. The torso is 9, and the head is 10, and it will spawn a burn wound on one of them. So there's one here and one here, this is what we wanted to do with the first project we did for them, but we simply didn't have the knowledge or the we simply didn't have the knowledge or skills to do it for them. So it will follow the procedure they actually use in real life as well. So they'd first cool the burn wound, and they'd use this foil to treat him with it. And while they're treating, the mother will actually start talking to you, and he or she rather would ask you questions about how the baby is going to be, or the child is going to be. is going to be alright, and you can answer her to comfort her and lower her stress level as well as his. And when either of the stress levels gets above or gets at the maximum, then the game will fail practically. And there's another scene for this where you are in the bathroom. We can put the child within the bathroom. I'm not sure if I can show this right now. But I think it's in the. Actually, I can't access it now, but I think it is in the gameplay video. So yeah, you can turn on this hose right here. There's the audio. It's actually in Dutch because our client was Dutch, and you can fill this water bottle according to, or by holding it underneath the hose. The hose script, and the bottle has to be removed in order for it to work. And then you can turn it over. If this is correct, I'm not sure. Oh, there you go. Okay, and then if you turn it over, then water actually starts to come out, and it'll only come out. Yeah, it's filled for a percentage, and if you let's say if it's filled up to here right now, then turning it like this wouldn't be enough. You'd require to put it like this in order for it to pour out water, and then pouring it over the wound will actually cool down the wound, and eventually it'll be ready for treatment with the gaze. But the player can actually keep track of it using a watch that he or she has on her wrist, but it is not visible right here because we don't have the controller. But yeah, that's the way that you can keep track of time in games, because that's really important when treating burn wounds in real life. So yeah, and this is a pulse meter. They use it for if something is not right within right with the child, and we put this in. This is a box full of medicine, which is not in here at the moment, but you'd actually have to remove the cap and take out the pills and feed them to the boy. It's not really what they did in real life, but we've kind of miscommunicated and put that in instead. But yeah, and then there's a tablet that they've been planning to use it. It's not really functional right now, but they're planning to use it in real life later somewhere. I'm not sure if it's actually going to go through, but yeah, man, they're also trying out technology, hence the VR project. But yeah, so and you can just tap out whichever part of the child is burnt, and then enter what percentage is burnt of him, and then either if you have it correct, then you will be able to continue the game, otherwise you'll go to the start screen, because it's also meant to test the knowledge of the child, and it has to be perfect in order, or test the knowledge of burn wounds rather, excuse me. It has to be perfect in order to test our training. If we'd allow them to give incorrect answers, then they'd not be learning anything. But yeah, this is it for the game. Actually, it creates a full gameplay experience, even though the balance was kind of off. It was really cool. You can also use the scissors to cut the clothing of the child, which was easier, and then you can cut the hair as well. In order, if in real life there'd be a burn wound underneath it, it's not possible at the moment, but that was our plan. And then if you do fail, you will go to the game over screen, which is just the inside of a make-believe hospital. It's called Whiskey Hospital at the moment. You have a reception with the ambulance in there, but you'd basically get a screen saying whatever you did wrong or right, and then you'd be able to restart the game. But yeah, alright, I'm gonna get the actual gameplay video in here, and I hope you enjoy that.
barbecue viel om. Oké. Oh nee, is het zo erg? Komt het wel goed? Het komt wel goed, toch? Oh nee, is het zo erg? Komt het wel goed?